Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com, and I have here the Sharp FX Plus from AT&T. Now you may remember the original Sharp FX, which came out about a year ago. It was just a basic messaging device, but it had a great QWERTY keyboard and kind of an interesting user interface. Well, Sharp has decided to make the FX into a smartphone, the Sharp FX Plus. So it ships with Android 2.2, has that same great QWERTY keyboard, and kind of an updated hardware design. So we're going to unbox it, take a quick first look at it. This isn't a full review, it's just we're going to kind of get some first impressions of the phone, and then I'll test it out and come back in a couple of days with a full review. So it's an unboxing of the Sharp FX. Before we get on to that, I have to say a special thanks to our friends at Best Buy Mobile. We thank them all the time because they send us free phones that we can add to our One Paw Bandit game, which is a game where you guys can win free phones. One of the great things about Best Buy Mobile is that when you buy a phone from them, you don't have to worry about the rebates. The price on the tag is the price you pay, so no waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get the money back. You just pay the price and then you're done. So thank you Best Buy Mobile for being so awesome. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's a Sharp FX unboxing. I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the Sharp FX Plus from AT&T, and we'll just open it up and get started. You have your quick start guide, the phone in a bag, texting and driving, it can wait. And there's a keyboard. We'll take a better look at this in just a minute, but I believe the battery is in here, so I need to take that out. And you also have your charger, of course, a modular charger. Man, this thing is huge. Yes, I know, that's what she said. That is what I said, but I wasn't talking to you. Oh, what now? Okay. And then you have your cable. Standard or micro USB to standard USB. You can use this for data transfer as well as charging. This thing really is huge. I don't know what's up with that. I think Sharp could have done a better job on minimalizing the size of that. And then we also have the battery. So let's take this out of the bag. This should be a 1240 milliamp hour battery. Yes, 1240 milliamp hour lithium ion battery, and then other stuff on Wi-Fi, and then your warranty info. So when you buy this, that's what you're going to get in the box. So that's what you have to look forward to. Awesomely interesting, I know. So we'll put all of that back in there. Put the battery in the phone. And I also need to add a SIM card. So let me get a SIM card and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my SIM card and my battery in. While we're back here, I also want to show you guys that this phone does ship with a micro SD card. It's a 2 gig card. I'll take it out if I can. Alright, there we go. It's a 2 gig card. The phone supports up to 32 gigs with this slot, and then the phone itself has 138 megs of internal memory, so you'll probably definitely be using that micro SD card. Okay, so let's power it on. Take this off. Now this is an Android smartphone. It ships with Android 2.2, and so we'll take a look and see. I'm not sure if Sharp has added a custom UI to it. The reflection is, there we go. I want you to see my camera and everything on my wall. AT&T, and of course it also has this physical keyboard. Now, overall I can tell you this phone is definitely much thinner than the original Sharp. The original Sharp was, just a basic messaging phone, but it was kind of thick and bulky, and that was one of the things I didn't really like about it. It was a great messaging phone, had an excellent keyboard, but it was just a little too thick and bulky for me. So Sharp has done a nice job of really slimming it down, making the corners and the edges a lot more rounded. So let's change language, English. Oh, touch the Android, duh, I'm so good with this. Begin. Actually, can I just skip all of this? Skip, next, next. Okay. So it looks like Sharp has added a little bit of their own custom UI. So we have custom dock at the bottom for phone, messages, web browser, and then the app drawer. The screen is a little sticky right now out of the box. Usually it's like that, whenever you first take off this protective film, there's usually a little bit of a residue left over, so it's a little sticky right now, but I'm pretty sure that should wear off after a while. Looks like it does come with a couple of custom widgets. There's a calendar widget, clock widget. So let's take a look and see what else Sharp has included. Bookmarks, calendar, digital clock. I wonder if that's the same as... Okay, so that's kind of just a smaller digital clock. Dual clock. A lot of these are Android widgets. Weather, that must be the one that's on the home screen right now. Calendar, Sharp clock, power control, more Android widgets, and looks like that's it. So just a few widgets added by Sharp. It looks like their custom UI isn't too heavy, really just that dock at the bottom, and the notification bar still looks like stock Android. There are a couple of differences here in these icons. The battery status icon, I can already tell that kind of looks a little different. Let's also take a quick look at the app drawer and see what AT&T apps come with it. You of course have Code Scanner, AT&T Family Map, and Navigator. That comes with most AT&T smartphones. Live TV, again, My Files, My AT&T, Polaris Office, so an Office suite. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go back. Live TV, sound recorder settings, Twitter, and then YP Mobile. So not a lot of bloatware, which is nice. That's definitely good to see. Let's go to messaging and we'll just try out the keyboard. This all again looks like stock Android, so it's nice that Sharp hasn't completely changed everything on Android. You do get the stock Android keyboard. See if you get anything else. You also get swipe, so you can use that. But we're going to try out, I don't need that. We're going to try out the physical keyboard. So we'll do the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this keyboard is pretty nice. The keys are very rubbery and grippy. They're not the rubbery mushy type, but they're rubbery and grip. They have a lot of grip to them. They're round, they're circles, as you can see, and they're slightly raised. They don't really have a bubble style like the original Sharp did. These are definitely much flatter. So basically just raise a little bit, circle, and then a lot of grip to them. Now I will say they are kind of small, so I don't know, with my thumbs they felt like they might be a little too small. I'll have to test it out more and see if I get used to it, but that's something to take note of, maybe if you have larger thumbs. But I'll test it out, and then in the full review I'll be able to give you a more detailed opinion of it, of how easy it is to use. But so far I'm liking the keyboard. It's nice to have a dedicated spacebar row, comma key, period key. It's nice to see both of those with their own key, directional arrows, and then you have delete, return, and the numbers are integrated in a row of letters. Really quick, just a quick hardware tour. Let me unlock that. This main display here, this is a 3.2-inch display. It has a resolution of 320 by 480, so kind of a standard resolution for mid-range to low-end Android smartphones. It looks pretty smooth and clear, but text is going to be kind of pixelated, but it seems to be pretty responsive. It uses a 600 megahertz processor, so again I'll test that out more. On the back you have a 3 megapixel camera. It does also have an autofocus, no flash as you can see, but 3 megapixel, I don't know, that's decent. I would like to see better megapixel count on even these mid-range devices. I'm a proponent of giving them decent cameras, but at least it has an autofocus. And on the front you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, volume rocker, keys, micro USB port, nothing on the bottom. On the right you have a dedicated camera key, and that's the screen lock key. It feels really good in the hand. Again, I really like the design. I think Sharp did an excellent job of making it look very sleek. So yeah, there's a Sharp FX Plus from AT&T. This is my first impressions of it. I'll post my first impressions article. You can get a couple more details on PhoneDog.com, and then I'll test it out, and then I'll come back with a full review, and I'll tell you guys exactly what I think of the phone after testing it out. I like the keyboard so far, but I'll use it for a few more days, and then I'll give you my final opinions on it, my final judgment. So there it is. Be sure and keep it on PhoneDog.com for more news, updates, and reviews. If you have any questions about this phone or any other phone, you can follow me on Twitter. My screen name is It's My Job to Know. But keep on PhoneDog, watch for the full review. I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com, and I'll see you guys later.